Your body is tired. The room is quiet. The lights are off. But your mind has decided that now is the perfect time to review everything. The message you forgot to answer. The thing you said earlier. The work you still have not finished. The problem you might have tomorrow. You try to stop thinking. But the harder you try, the louder your thoughts become. This happens because your mind does not believe the day is finished. It is still holding open tasks, unfinished conversations, small worries, and things it is afraid you might forget. So tonight, instead of forcing your mind to become quiet, give it somewhere to put everything. All you need is 5 minutes, a piece of paper, and a pen. This is the 5-minute night habit that can stop your mind from racing. During the first minute, write down everything still moving through your mind. Do not organize it. Do not explain it. Do not try to make it sound reasonable. Just write. Send the email. Buy groceries. Call mom. Finish the presentation. Why did that person sound upset? Remember the appointment. I should exercise. I am worried about tomorrow. Write down every unfinished task, thought, question, reminder, and concern that appears. Some things may feel important. Others may seem small or embarrassing. Put them all on the page. Your mind keeps repeating thoughts because it is afraid you will lose them. When you write them down, you give your brain evidence that it no longer needs to keep repeating them. You are not solving anything yet. You are simply moving it from your mind onto the page. Imagine carrying several grocery bags through your house. You may be able to hold them for a while. But eventually, even light bags begin to hurt. Writing things down is the mental version of putting those bags on the floor. The problems still exist. But you are no longer carrying all of them at the same time. During the second minute, separate what needs action from what only needs acknowledgement. Look at what you wrote. Some items require a real action. Send the document. Make the appointment. Pay the bill. Prepare lunch. Circle those items. Other thoughts do not have a clear action. What if I disappoint someone? Why am I not doing better? What if tomorrow goes badly? Put a small mark beside those thoughts. This distinction matters. Your mind often treats every thought as if it were a task. But a worry is not always an instruction. A feeling is not always a problem you can complete. Some thoughts need action. Others only need to be noticed. You can tell yourself, "This is something I am feeling, not something I need to solve tonight." Acknowledging a thought is different from arguing with it. You do not need to prove that the worry is wrong. You do not need to replace it with a perfect positive thought. You only need to recognize what it is. A worry. A fear. A memory. A feeling. Not an emergency. During the third minute, choose tomorrow's first small step. Look at the items you circled. Do not make a complete plan for tomorrow. Do not create a schedule for every hour. Choose only one clear first action. Not finish the project. Write open the document and review the first page. Not fix my finances. Write check the account balance. Not get my life together. Write get out of bed and take a shower. The first action should be small enough that you can understand exactly how to begin. A vague task gives your mind more work. It has to keep asking, where do I start? How long will this take? What if I cannot finish? A specific first step closes those questions. Write that action at the top of a new page or place a small mark beside it. Then prepare one thing that makes the action easier. Put the document on your desk. Leave your shoes near the door. Place the number you need to call beside your phone. Set out the cup you will use in the morning. You are not trying to complete tomorrow tonight. You are simply making the beginning visible. Your mind relaxes more easily when it knows what happens next. During the fourth minute, close the conversations that are still continuing inside your head. Many racing thoughts are not tasks. They are conversations. You replay what someone said. You imagine what you should have said. You prepare explanations nobody has asked for. You predict tomorrow's disagreement. Your body is in bed, but your mind is still inside a conversation that ended hours ago. Write one sentence about the conversation. For example, I wish I had responded differently. I am worried that they misunderstood me. I do not know how this situation will turn out. Then add, I will not continue this conversation tonight. This does not mean the situation does not matter. It means you are choosing not to rehearse it while you are trying to rest. You are allowed to return to it tomorrow when you have more energy and more information. Tonight, you do not need to win the imaginary argument. You do not need to find the perfect explanation. You do not need to predict the other person's reaction. Let the unfinished conversation stay unfinished. A conversation inside your mind cannot reach a real conclusion without new information. Repeating it does not create clarity. It usually creates more tension. During the 5th minute, create one physical signal that the day is over. Close the notebook. Place the pen on top of it. Turn off the main light. Put your phone out of reach. Wash your face. Take one slow breath. Choose one simple action that you repeat every night after writing. The action itself is not magical. Its purpose is to become a clear ending. Most people have signals that begin the day. An alarm. Coffee. Opening the curtains. Checking the phone. But many people have no signal that ends it. They work until they become exhausted. They scroll until they cannot keep their eyes open. They carry tomorrow into bed and hope sleep will interrupt it. A closing signal teaches your body, nothing else is required from me right now. You can say, the day is over. Everything important is written down. I know my first step tomorrow. I do not need to solve anything else tonight. Then leave the page where it is. Do not reopen it. Do not improve the list. Do not turn 5 minutes into a new productivity system. The purpose of this habit is not to organize your entire life. The purpose is to stop asking your mind to store everything while you sleep. Some nights, the page may contain only 3 lines. Other nights, it may be full. Some nights, your mind may become quiet quickly. Other nights, thoughts may return after you lie down. When that happens, do not become frustrated. Remind yourself, it is written down. I can return to it tomorrow. Your mind may have spent years believing that constant thinking keeps you prepared. It may believe that worrying prevents mistakes. It may believe that replaying the day gives you control. One 5-minute habit will not erase that pattern immediately. But each night you practice it, you create a different experience. You show yourself that a thought can be important without being solved immediately. A task can remain unfinished without being forgotten. A conversation can remain uncertain without continuing all night. Tomorrow can exist without being managed from your bed. The 5 minutes are simple. First, empty your mind onto the page. Second, separate actions from worries. Third, choose tomorrow's first small step. Fourth, close the conversations still happening in your head. Fifth, give your body a clear signal that the day is over. That is all. You do not need the perfect journal. You do not need a complicated evening routine. You do not need to become a different person before you can rest. You only need to stop carrying the entire day inside your head. Tonight, before you get into bed, take 5 minutes. Write down what your mind is trying not to forget. Choose one thing for tomorrow. Let everything else wait. Then close the notebook. Turn off the light. And allow the day to end. This is human in progress. Not perfect. Just getting better, 5 minutes at a time.